Right then, in today's video I've got a real good one, because in this video I drive the largest, heaviest piece of machinery I've ever driven. This is a Terex Comedil CTL crane. This crane can lift 32 tons. It is a huge, massive, heavy-duty, over-engineered crane. This crane is crazy, one of the best cranes I've ever driven. So, let's climb it and start driving it. So, the axis, oh that is big, that is bigger than, look that's my hand, that is a big axis, big motor. Yeah, this is like really big compared to how cranes are normally. Huge. The axis motors are big up the crane, but look how over-engineered that is. This is a crazy crane, and the weird counterweight that moves as the crane moves. So we're up this crane, got there the jib. Oh, this comes out really bright on your camera. That there is the jib, and that there looks like a normal jib, but then you've got this section coming down. That section comes down, then it goes underneath, and if you look at the counterweight, what's weird is the counterweight moves as the jib moves. So that there is your counterweight. So that there is the platform in the upper section. That's where all your motors are. It's on the upper section above here, which is crane cab level. But then underneath, so underneath the platform that your motors are on, is the counterweight. The weird moving counterweight. If you come up here, you might get a better view of it from here. And that section there all moves as the crane moves. It's so fucking strange. So you've got there the logic cabinets with the VF drives in. I'll go up there in a minute and show the massive motors. And you've got this huge mechanism, because the whole thing moves. It's big jibs on a massive pivot. That's fucking big. I've never seen one that big before. Down there is the axes. And let's now go up and take a look at how big those motors are. So we're up at motor level. So down there is the crane cab and the level we were just on a second ago, down there. So let's take a look at these absolutely fucking big motors. So up there is the jib. Oh, it's really bright on this camera. That there is the motors. So let's go and take a look around. These motors are big, and I mean really fucking big. So this here is a motor. That is a motor. This whole fucking thing. That you'd think's a motor, but that there is just a snail blower for a fan. That there is the actual motor. Let's try and get the lighting right, because I'm on a professional camera. That is the motor itself. Huge motor to a huge gearbox to a huge fucking winding drum. So one of those is for a hook, one's for a jib. I'm not sure which one's which yet. That one there is your second motor. So that's the motor, that's the snail blower, and that over there is the winding drum. But it's when you take a look at the other side, you see quite how really fucking big this is. And by the way, it's a little winch here, it's a miniature crane. I don't know what that's for. I think it's just to lift components up and down your crane. So up there is your jib. Over onto the other side so you can see what it looks like. So got there your first winding drum. There, that's your winding drum for either hook or jib. I'm not sure which one's which yet. Up here is your second winding drum. There, and look at the brakes. Those are the biggest brakes I've ever seen on a crane. Look how big those fucking brakes are. It's crazy. It's disc brakes. See, that's the disc part which the brakes lock onto. That is fucking crazy. Massive brakes. Massive winding drum. Actually, if I step back here, you can see I have to step back just to get a whole motor in frame. And that's how big that motor is. Now there's the motor for that winding drum there. Then round the back there is your motor. That's your motor for this winding drum over here. And I hope having a torch on hasn't baited me out. Up there, got the counter jib. There's your main jib. Let's drive it. Fucking hell, that's a big VF drive. Fucking big. Yeah, it's so big and powerful, this thing. And then here we've got... Oh, there's so many VF drives. We've got 2 VF drives there. VF drive down there. PLC there controls it. All of that. Fucking hell, you got these 2 fucking big VF drives. So obviously you've got there hook and arm. One of those does each. That and there's probably rotation. What's the other 2? Terex cranes. Glasgow Celtic champions. What? The crane supports a football team? What the fuck? I'll go have a look up. It's so fucking weird. So, this is the crane. Key switches. Start, stop, wipers, controls there. Controls on the other side. Left, right and jib up, down. That one is hook up and down. Got various controls there. That's horn on that side. Got controls there. In the crane you've got crane drivers, stuffs, radio, and that's pretty much it for your crane. Let's drive it. And here is driving a hook from within the crane cab. So then, for my friend get the ultimate nighttime photo from his crane, I had to rotate the crane so the crane was in a better angle for him. Now?
Yeah.
Has that gone too far?
Too far.
Okay, I'll take it back slowly to get in the perfect angle for your picture. So then, here is the user interface. The hook is 17.2 metres out, the current load is 41 kilograms, that probably needs calibrating because it's empty. Maximum load, 32,000 kilograms, that's why it's so over-engineered, all that weight. Wind is currently 16.7 and now 17 kilometres an hour. Rotation, 0% rotated, I don't think that's the case, it probably doesn't know where it is. Home takes you to that takes you to English hour meter. Slewing tells you that. Diagnostics tells you that. Luffing tells you that. Display controls. Look how old fashioned that looks. Tells you that. Statistic. Wind speed. Oh, we've got some good statistics here. Hoisting. Luffing. Slewing. Okay, that's an interesting screen. Now for the crane circles indicator. That shows you the crane circles. See, it shows you the shape of a building site. And let's take a look at settings. Circles. That shows you circles. That tells you that's night mode. It tells you brightness. There, what does that do? Squares. It tells you that one. Circles. It just turns the things on and off so you can show you what things you want to see on your display. So, which type of crane is the best? Well, it's quite a hard choice. I think Joss crane's probably still my favourite because they're really loud, really characterful, really wobbly. Hydraulic, so I sway like crazy because you've got the whole jib, including the counterweights on one big single jib, so it really sways so that weight shifts as you rotate it. Those are really nice. Say's cranes I don't like so much because they're really refined and quite boring to drive. They're too quiet. You've got other types of crane. You've got that mortise crane, that was very nice. You've got some of those really small little cranes. Some of those are quite dodgy. But this crane, in terms of how crazy over-engineered it is, this is the best crane. So at 22 metre radius, 32,000 kilograms. At 40 metre radius, 17,000 kilograms. That's what the capacities are. Maximum wind speed 61 kilometers an hour. Extra balance weight 0 kilogram. Balance weight required no. Sail area 7 meters times 1 meter. Out of service parking angle 17.6 meter. Jib 40 meter. Well, this is an interesting one. For safety reasons, crane ropes have to be discarded if they show any of the following criteria: break of one strand, accumulation of wires, breaks as defined in the discard criteria table, numbers of visible wire breaks, corkscrew type deformation more than a third of the rope diameter, basket type deformations, bird cage effect, hairpin type extrusion of a group of wires. There's got loads of these. Loosening of the rope structure. Like, they really have a strict criteria on how the ropes have to be, otherwise they have to replace them. Is it for us? Is it for us? Is it for us? Round it goes. No! It's not for us. We're okay today. So, to celebrate the epic crane I've just driven, let's go for a lift ride. Let's ride an Otis 2000 lift. One says Gen 2 and the other one says Otis 2000. I'm pretty certain this is a 2000, not a Gen 2. But we're going to find out in a second. Oh wow. Not the fastest thing for a number of floors, but right. Try to stop it. See how harsh it is. Oh, not as harsh as I hoped.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Do I surf up to the penthouse?
Go on.
Penthouse. Oh, it's my penthouse now, I own it. My penthouse. Oh, there's another door. Not quite in. Oh, there's another door. Oh. Come! And let's go out onto the rooftop of this building. Another night, another rooftop. Oh yes. And a big fart on the roof. That's how you mark it's being your roof, when you fart on it. So 26 floors. Birmingham New Street down there. Stuff down there. What are you doing daytime, son?